Now Sean responded, tweeting, "I made a Navy SEAL upset. He said, 'We protect your freedom.' I'm very pro-military but anti-government. But to say, I protect your freedom? Y'all need a history lesson on the federal government. Google Snowden and the Constitution. The Sand people aren't taking away my freedoms." A viewer then tweeted, "The US military's purpose has nothing to do with protecting our freedom. If it did, it would only be fighting on US soil." Sean replied, "Facts."
Who would win in a street fight? UFC fighter Sean Strickland or a Navy SEAL? He thinks he would.
I don't think there's one fucking Navy SEAL who could survive a week training with me. I'm kind of sick of seeing it, because like, you guys think you're badass, come train with me for a week. I'll show you what's up. I'll fucking break you.
First and foremost, before we get started, I want to just elaborate on how much respect I have for any type of fighter. And this is one of the reasons you'll never see men like me doing something like Sean did and attacking an entire community, clout chasing. So what we can do is we can just talk about the facts at hand before we get into the dicey stuff here in a few minutes. Although I do believe Sean was directing his video towards David Goggins, because if you know, that make it very clear to you, everything that you've done up until this point in your life has been nothing but selfishness. The way you train, you step into the ring for money and your own glory. Everything you do is about me, me, me. Everything that we do as a SEAL is about helping other people. At the end of the day, you get to go home, and you know it. And that is why men like you can act so tough and step in the ring and do what you do. Because if there was any possibility that you were not going to go home that night, you would not step in that ring for what little bit of money you make in those fights. You said that you can break any SEAL. Well, here I am. Accept my challenge, because I accept yours. I know that you're gearing it towards David Goggins, just clout chasing, but guess what? Now you've got someone else that wants a piece of you, and I want it desperately. The weakest SEAL that has ever been created would destroy you in a street fight, as I would. There are no rules. We are fighting for our life. Every single time you went for an armbar or a choke or something like that, I would chew your face off. Those ugly ears sitting on the side of your head, I would rip off. If I needed to, I would run my thumb up your butt, but it's okay, because I'm a nice guy. I would lube it with tier 3 before I did it so it didn't hurt so bad. Men like me have proven time and time again, not only in our training, but the simple fact that when we do go to war, we put a smile on our face. We chase death. Death is the only thing that actually gives us a sense of thrill in life anymore. Yet you think you can break men like me? We've never been broken. There was nothing you could do that would ever break us. Would you absolutely, utterly, probably destroy me with a set of gloves on with rules? Absolutely, that's what you're trained to do. But I can promise you this, I don't care if you knock me out. I don't care if you took the wind out of me and knocked me down. I don't care if you choked me unconscious. When I recovered, I will get back up. We will finish the day. I will come back the next day, all 5 days. But let me tell you what's going to happen when you come to me, Sean. We're going to go out in the ocean, minimum of 5 miles. Everyone is going to leave once we're dropped off. There's no canoes, there's no boats, there's no helicopters, there's no planes, there's no one there to save you. And when your little body starts cramping up because you can't handle it, I'm going to smile and I'm going to keep on swimming. As a man who has been...
Learn how to fight against people who know how to fight. Like, all that practice self-defense, and it's going to come at you with a knife, you're going to grab the wrist and do that. Like, it's good to know self-defense, but it's much more important to understand martial arts comprehensively. When you understand martial arts comprehensively, like, there's no I shouldn't say there's no Krav Maga guys, but it would be shocking if a Krav Maga guy and a mixed martial arts guy had a fight, and the mixed martial arts guy was a trained killer all around, didn't fuck that guy up. That's what I would expect would happen. I would not think that some guy who has a little bit of this and a little bit of that and prepares for the streets is going to be able to handle a person who trains with killers on a day-to-day basis, who rolls with jiu-jitsu black belts, who trains with Muay Thai champions. Like, here, it's the best martial arts are the martial arts that work on martial artists.
Armbar, there's no tapping in a street fight. I'm just breaking your arm so you have one less arm so I can choke you unconscious. I want to get to your throat like a real predator, you know what I mean? And put you to sleep. A fight, there is no I'm done. I've had people, actually I've had a guy tap on me before I broke his arm, you know, like he's tapping as I'm breaking his arm, like, so tap. Yeah.
Is inside the octagon, opposite of our replay.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, it did look like it broke. Oh, side control from Mir. Look at this. Kimura for Frank Mir.
Can he get the submission?
Oh,
he might have it.
Trouble. Oh, look at this. Unbelievable.
Trying to finish it.
He's got him out.
It is all over. It is him up. He's got to get out. Try. Oh, Dan, I told you he'd pick him up and slam him.
And quickly Herrera shoots the leg. And Herrera's a very good grappler here. One thing you don't see, Bruce, underneath that gi is a set of arms that is huge. He clearly is way more powerful than Paul Herrera. Oh, here. My elbows in number.
Crying and shit, and dude, your kids are gonna see that, for Christ's sakes.
Back of the fucking queue.
Fair enough.
Don't give a fuck.
Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You got man enough to fuck with me. Maybe this guy is. What a loser. What a dweeb.
What goes on in this show by
So obviously this Navy SEAL wants a piece of the former middleweight war champion. Now, he has said a lot of outlandish statements, the Navy SEAL has, and so has Sean Strickland. At the end of the day, we know what Navy SEALs are, the 1%ers. These men's mental toughness, their physicality are truly outstanding. And at the end of the day, they were patriots, and they are these amazing people that have fought for freedom and laid their lives on the line. At the end of the day, they don't get paid enough, and they don't get enough gratitude. So thank you, sir. Hope everything's good with your family, and everything's good for you, sir. At the end of the day, Sean Strickland says outlandish statements, and obviously, you did not like it, and obviously, you want to take him apart. At the end of the day, he lives in Vegas, sir. I don't know where you live in, but guess what? You could make a trip to Vegas, sign the waiver, and guess what? Go 5 weeks with Mr. Sean, and then Sean will go with you, and we all know how that's going to end up with Sean. He will be drowning in water, and you will be laughing, because you know he will not be able to pass any of your tests. Truly, that's what it is. Sean Strickland has no chance in the gunfight, no chance in the knife fight, but when we talk about hand-to-hand Mortal Kombat, that's where we get to the reality of this video. At the end of the day, there's certain rules to protect fighters. In a street fight, there is no rules. I don't know if you ever heard of Valley Tutor, sir, but guess what? There's things where you could do. Pedro Hizzo got his groin crushed by Gary Goodrich, who stuck his hands down his pants and crushed his testicles. Made peanut butter. There is biting, soccer kicks, stomp kicks, elbows in the back of the head. Numerous things called calf kicks where your legs will blow up like watermelons. Kick you on the belt line where you will have a grapefruit around your waist. Gut wrench you. Do multiple things to you. Punch you back in the head. Eye gouge you. Rip your fingers off. Like I said, Sean Strickland's a black belt. Sean Strickland has cardio for days. And at the end of the day, yes, you have taken people's lives on this planet. But Sean Strickland has beat the living shit out of people. And at the end of the day, Sean Strickland will take your lunch money in a street fight. So at the end of the day, if you do make the challenge happens, you know Sean Strickland will drown in the water. At the end of the day, you'll kill him in a gunfight, kill him in a knife fight. But hand-to-hand combat, that's where you lose, sir. So thank you for your service, and God bless your family.